Hey, welcome. Today we are going to look at what are bank zones and how can they be used in relation to forex sessions. Forex sessions. So, in order to dive into the explanation, bank zones are those places where they place their orders, so that they can really take move the markets, you know, getting the best return of their investments. You know, um, in a layman's language, I would just say normally they respect the previous highs or lows they have, traded in the past. And when price, forex price are moving, they are most likely going to respect the previous zones, so respecting the previous zones in the sense that they are most likely to place order within those zones they previously placed their orders in the past. Let me show you. This is a 4 hours time frame, and in this chart, I deliberately, because there are three major sessions. We have the London session, the US session, the Asian session, and the Tokyo session. The Tokyo session is basically, you know, a very minor one. So I combine all of them, the Asia and Tokyo session, as one session. If you look at this my chart now, you see that I have black, red, blue. The black stands signifies the Asian session. The blue signifies the London session, while the red signifies the US session. That's how I set up this chart. And if we look at this, if you see the US session are in red. So basically, this is a zone they traded, and if you look at here, for this day, the price went from low to this high before US session closed. And Asian session started from here and ended here. Asian session closed. London session here. Then London session closed. Then US session started here. Started here, and closed here. Asia started here and closed here. Closed here somewhere here. Then London here, close here, US. So if you look at the red, the black, the blue, the red, the black, the blue signifies Asia, London, US. Asia, London, US. Okay. Okay. So if you look at this zone I drew, this zone you are looking at, if you see that the price, you see that Asia started here, break through the zone, then come back and retested the zone, respecting it, but and then close here. Then London opened at its own time, went as high as this, came back and closed here. But US sessions came, tested the zone, touched it briefly, then went as high as this zone. Then Asia, opened at that zone and went down. Then London came, went up as high as this zone, vice versa. But if you look at here, the US session has tested this zone 1, 2, 3 because it was a support here and then a resistance here. The same thing applies to this zone as well. You see that they have actually tested it multiple times. US1, US2, US3, US4. You know this zone alone. So and other sessions have even respected the zone too. London respected it. So that is why this is a strong zone. You know but if we go down to a lower time frame of 1 hour, you see that other zones have always respect their own zones too. Like uh if you look at this London zone here, this London low zone here, if you look at that zone here, I'm just trying to draw so that you see how many times London has respected that zone. This is the London zone. you know this is the London zone low zone. You see that London has respected it once, twice. It has respected one, two, three. If I draw this Asian zone here too, you see that it has been respected multiple times. If you look at this Asian zone here, Asian zone here, let me just put it as black. It's black. Okay, this one blue, blue. I'm just um, trying to make all of them distinct. Okay, if you look at this Asian zone here, you see that it has been respected one, two, three. For 3 sessions, it has been respected. Here as a resistance, then price broke above that resistance in the London session, and then US practically, respected it. Then Asian went as high as this, then came back and respected, and the same thing happens. Asian came and closed within that zone before London opened, went down, then and went up again. So, but if you look at this chart now, you see that the instrument we are talking about is gold. Sorry to have not mentioned it earlier on. If you look at this, you see that where the price moves mostly is the US session, and that is where you are most likely going to get most movements and most reaction. That is why I will encourage anybody that is looking at gold to really look at US session, and that is why I I drew these sessions. These sessions are actually the zones where the US sessions have actually, well, how the prices has been impacted by the zones in the US session. These are US sessions. So you see, if I bring back my weekly outlook, okay, this is my weekly outlook. Price start here Monday and close here on Friday. You see that basically the zones that has been really impacted are this zone, this is the week high, this is the week low, this zone, which is the zone, the high of the week, and you see that price has impacted here. One, two. If I go to a lower time zone, you see that price, the way price reacted at this zone, and three, and this zone, and this zone. So what I normally do is I look out to take trades when prices approach these zones, so that I can either take it up or take it down, as the case may be. So if you go to a lower time frame, 30 minutes time frame, 30 minutes time frame, because I normally take trades at 15 minutes time frame. So if I 15 or 5, as the case may be. So if you look at all these trades, you see that there are reactions at these zones I mentioned. If you look at here, there is reaction before, when price go there and you see rejection, the candles are being rejection at this zone, then you know that there is most likely the price is most likely to reverse at this zone and then go down. The same thing applies to this zone. It came here, tested it, go back, then come back and tested it during the Asian zone and went back. And then in US, price went as high as this, came back, reacted at that zone, rejected that zone, and then went down and rejected at the next zone. This is US high for this day. This is US low for this day. You see how prices during the US session is respecting these zones. So the same thing applies here. Price came as high as this, rejected here, went down, rejected here, came back here, rejected, and then came here, rejected before it broke through and went down, and rejected here and came back or pushed through this zone, and then came and rejected at this zone too, and then came back to this zone and play around, rejected, went back up a little bit and closed for the week. So I just wanted you to see, if you can see it. Basically, if you can see how, you know take your trades off of these zones, you see that most likely you are going to have a profitable, trading uh, um, careers, as the case may be. You have more profits than losses. If you know what you're doing, um but if you really want to know, this is the indicator I use for this zone. So in the next video, I would explain this, and then show you how I set everything up. I think this video is getting too long, so I would stop it here, and then next time I will explain the indicators, so that your own uh, um, chart can look exactly the way mine is, and then you can then take it from there. Thank you. Enjoy a gainful trading session. Bye.